questions Faith is gonna do,
Let's try it.
and then when you're ready, let me know. And well, you have the button right there underneath, and you can share the screen when you're ready to share the CMA.
Okay. All right. Okay. Knock knock.
Okay. Hello.
Hi, Hector. I'm Faith.
Hello, Faith. How are you?
Good.
Pleasure meeting you. Come right in.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Hector, before we start, do you mind if I take a quick look at your home?
Sure. Do you want me to show you around? I can show you around.
Fun. Yeah, that would be fine. Thank you.
Okay, so we went through the house, blah, 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 and now we are...
Hector, why don't we sit in the dining room? And then
Yes.
I have a space to lay out my things. Okay. Now, Hector, I'm really excited about getting your home on the market and getting it sold. And, just to start off, I wanted to ask you a few questions. Firstly, do you absolutely have to sell your home?
I don't have to, we don't have to, but we definitely would like to. We'd like to get something smaller.
You want to get something smaller?
Yeah, we're gonna get something smaller.
Okay, so you'd like to, move and you'd like to get something smaller. Have you seen anything?
Well, we told you that we have that house that is 55 plus community. Mm-hmm. We already bought a house there. I mean, an apartment.
Okay.
That it is like, it's about the same size as this one. I mean, it's much smaller than this one.
Okay.
So it's gonna help us save some money.
You know what? I have that written down. Is that Sherwood Reserve?
Yes.
Okay, very good. Yeah, that's a nice location. And Hector, will you price your home to sell, or do you want to leave it on the market for a long period of time?
Well, I don't want to give it away. We don't want to give it away.
I understand you don't want to give it away.
Correct.
And I've never given a home away. So I know that we have to protect your equity. So are you okay if we sell the home within the next 30 to 45 days?
No, that won't be a problem. That would be good. That would be good.
Great. And Hector, how soon do you want a sold sign in your front yard?
Hey, as soon as possible.
As soon as possible.
Yeah, I don't want to be caught here with 2 mortgages. I've been paying 2 mortgages already for a while.
Good. Let's take care of that, Hector. And why don't we go ahead and sign the contract today and put me to work immediately so we can get your
home. I want to see how did you come up with the figures and how did you come up with these things? So just
okay. So you want some more information?
Yeah, and the first time around, I don't like to do it immediately. I don't like to sign paper, right there.
All right. And Hector, if we can agree on, some of the things, it sounds like, we want to know what price we're setting on the home. Do you want me to handle the sale for you?
Well, you came in referred to us, someone very strong, and then you called us out of the blues, and we had already heard from you, so obviously it makes it easier.
Well, that's great. I really appreciate that. And Hector, what we could do is get all the paperwork signed, and we can still go through the comparative market analysis. How do you feel about that? Do you want to go ahead and sign the contract?
No, let's go through the paperwork first, and let's see what you got to say, and then we'll see.
All right, I appreciate that then. And Hector, at the end of my presentation, one of 3 things will happen. You'll have the opportunity to list your home with me.
Okay.
And I really hope that you'll do that. Or, you'll decide not to list your home with me. Or I'll decide not to take your listing. And I just want you to know that anyone is fine, okay?
Okay, sounds good. So why would you want to take my listing?
Well, I really appreciate you asking that question, Hector. Yeah. And the reason would be if we can't decide on price, then it wouldn't make sense for me to take the listing, would it?
Oh, yeah, no, makes sense. Makes sense, okay. Yeah.
All right. So let's quickly go over the questions I asked you on the phone. Now, you said that you were already moved. You've moved
Correct.
to Sherwood Reserve. And how do you like it there so far?
I like it very much. It very much. We still got some furniture here, as you can see, and we still got some stuff here. But yeah, we definitely need to sell this house and be done with this.
Okay, absolutely. You've got 2 mortgages going, and you just want to be done with this home and move on. Okay, correct. I understand. And I'm so glad that you're taking advantage of the market right now, Hector. We're in
I hear that it's moving pretty fast, eh?
Very good seller's market. And Hector, you did say that you want to sell the home, just as we talked about 2 minutes ago, you're prepared to sell it within 30 to 45 days. Is that correct?
Correct, correct.
Okay. And Hector, I have to ask you again, are you ready to list your home now so that we're just not wasting any time?
Well, I want to see, how did you come up with the numbers? Because I'm not really
Hear what
crazy
the
about
number
your
is.
numbers. Yeah.
Okay, you want to hear what the number is? I understand that. And Hector, you would like to price your home, you told me, at $449. Is that correct?
Yeah, somewhere around there.
Okay. And you said you owe about $80,000.
Yeah.
Okay, that puts you in a really great position, Hector.
Yeah.
And you did say that you're not selling your home on your own. Is that right?
Correct. Yeah.
Okay.
I tried that already once. It didn't work out. So
Okay, you give
leave
it a
it to
good
people
shot.
like you. Yeah.
Okay, you need a professional, and that's why I'm here. And Hector, you said that you wanted your money out.
Correct. Yeah. We want all our money back.
Okay, excellent. So Hector, there are only two issues that we have to deal with tonight. And number one is your motivation to sell your home. And number two is the price we set on your home. So I prepared what we call a comparative market analysis. And there are two parts to this research. Now, part one, we just jokingly call it fantasy land. And that's where home sellers want to list their homes for.
Okay.
But don't necessarily sell it there, right? So part two, that's reality. And that's where real estate agents list and sell homes. And we're going to have to decide tonight, Hector, where we want to spend your time. Okay?
Okay.
Now, the purpose, Hector, of this comparative market analysis is to determine the value of your home in the eyes of a buyer. Now, do you know how buyers determine value?
Well, I have no idea. I mean, they put a price and that's it. They come up with the price on their own.
On their own, come up with a price on their own. Well, you know what? Buyers determine value by comparison shopping. They're going to look at the price of your home based on its features and benefits. Features being like 4 bedrooms, 2.5 baths.
Okay.
Square footage, and the benefits being, the school district, how close you are to amenities, etc. Is that clear to you?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay, so they're going to compare your features and benefits to homes that have recently sold or are currently on the market. Now, is that clearer to you?
Yeah, I guess it makes sense. Yeah.
All right. Well, you know what? I always like to use the example of car shopping.
Okay.
So
How's
let's
that
say
work?
you wanted to purchase a new car and you went to dealership A and the car that you wanted is $50,000. You decided to compare to dealership B how much your car would be. So you went there and the same car is $50,000. However, this car has some extras. It has fancy rims, an upgraded sound system, and a panoramic roof.
Wow, nice.
Right.
Okay.
Now, which car seems to be of more value to you?
Well, I guess that the one that has more stuff in it, the panoramic view, the tinted windows and all of that stuff. Yeah. And the fancy rims.
Yeah, those are nice things, right? And so, Hector, why is it of more value?
Well, for one, it has more stuff that is not costing me any more money.
Right, exactly. Same price and more features and benefits.
Correct.
Now, Hector, what if the first dealership called you and said, you know what, I'm actually going to be reducing the price on that car that you wanted by $8,000?
Wow.
Yeah. Now,
that's going to be what, $42,000?
Mm-hmm.
One is 50,000 and the other one is 42.
Yep, 50,000 with extras though.
And the other one is 42. No, I think the one 42. No extras. No, plain.
Mm-hmm. Which car would give more value?
Yeah, definitely. I'd take the cheaper car.
You would? Okay.
Yeah.
And what's the reason for that?
Well, I mean, if I don't need that stuff, I'm going to keep it. I got the money in the bank, so I want the money in the bank. I prefer the money in my bank. Yeah, absolutely.
You would keep the money, absolutely. Or maybe, those extras don't even cost that much. Or maybe you want to install some things yourself. Absolutely.
Exactly. So yeah, definitely, I would keep all those things.
So it seems like you understand that if you want to increase value, you're going to have to either lower your price or increase your features and benefits for the same price. Does that make sense?
So that means that I have to lower the price?
Well, why don't we look at the comparables?
Okay, let's look at the comparables.
Are you going to be adding any features and benefits to your home?
No. I'm not going to be adding anything else. I'm getting actually, I'm subtracting myself from here. That's it.
You subtract.
Pity myself.
You want to be gone. You want to have this in your rear view window.
Yeah, exactly. I'm out of
Okay.
here.
Okay, so really, Hector, price is the only issue.
Oh,
Can I show you
okay.
what I mean?
Yeah, show me. What do you got?
Okay.
Can you share the screen?
I can.
There you go.
Here it
Perfect,
is.
perfect, perfect. You have your PDF?
I think she froze.
You froze, Faith?
Yeah, looks like a scene from Space Odyssey.
Mhm. There she is. And somehow she came back.
Is it something I said?
No, we're looking for your shared screen.
Can you see it?
No.
No,
Oh. Hmm. Can you see it now?
No.
Weird.
Did you place
You
the
hit-
share?
Yeah.
The
Okay.
share screen.
I did.
Down below it
Hit-
says share screen.
hit share and then choose your PDF file.
Yeah, that's exactly what I did. I wonder if, am I enabled?
Yeah.
I'm enabled, so
Okay, let me see. Let me try again. Okay, so share. And I'm going to go share. Do I pull it up and then do share or just share?
Just share
Well,
the screen.
Okay.
there you
No.
go.
Can you see this?
So now, correct. So now you have to open the report.
Yeah. Which I
You gotta hit the.
Okay, here it is. Can you see it now?
Yes.
Okay, excellent. Thank you. Technology. All right.
That's why we role play.
Okay, so let's move this over here, Hector. Okay, very good. So Hector, here's a home that's very similar to yours.
Yes.
How many bedrooms do we see here?
4 bedrooms.
And how many baths?
Yeah, 2 bathrooms and half a bathroom. Correct.
And look at the square feet.
Yeah, 2,100.
Very similar to yours.
Yes.
And
That's
also,
about-
look at this. It's also built in the same year as yours.
Yes, 1978.
All right. Now, do you know this house?
No, honestly, but I'm familiar with that street.
Okay, very good. So you know York Avenue. And Hector, let's look at some things I highlighted here. Now, there's a major remodel in 2017.
Okay,
So that
was
included
3 years ago. Okay.
3 years ago. And so a lot of things were redone, including their kitchen. And they also have new appliances. And also all of their HVAC system, their heating and cooling system were also updated. Okay. So you do have a kitchen, right? That
Yes.
is not been renovated. So I just wanted to point that out to you.
Yeah, it's part of the original.
And also look at this sector. The basement was completely refinished about 3 years ago.
Yeah, which we haven't finished our basement.
That's right. Hector, look how much, look at what they listed the home at.
Okay. And it closed for 445.
And it closed for 445, and look how many days on market.
4 days. Wow, the market is hot, eh?
The market is very hot, Hector. So I think, as I said, this is a great time for you to sell.
Okay.
How about this house, Hector? How many bedrooms?
4 bedrooms.
And how many baths?
Yeah, like mine. 2 bathrooms and a half bathroom.
Well, you have 3 bedrooms and 2.5 baths.
Yes.
And this is about the same square footage, maybe, 150 less.
Okay.
And do you know this neighborhood, Hector?
Parkview Drive. Yeah. Isn't that like about a few blocks away from here?
It's actually not just a few blocks. It's right behind you in the development, the Stonebridge development. It's very popular. And you know what? This house is just a little bit younger than yours. And
Yep.
let's look at some of the things I highlighted. It's on over an acre of land. You're just about an acre, so very similar. it needs a little bit of updating, which they say is reflected in the price.
Mm-hmm.
Look what they listed it for, Hector.
389.
$389.
And so
And-
for 388, they asked no for no discount, huh?
Well, they have $1,000 in concessions.
Okay, $1,000.
And how many days on market?
10 days.
Yeah, so you can see kind of the trend, right, of what's happening right now.
So ours, this one is a 4 bedrooms, and ours is a 3 bedrooms and 2.5 baths.
Now, yes.
Okay,
Now, Hector, have you
and
seen this house?
no, I
Okay,
can't say.
So you didn't go to
can't.
the open house that
No,
they had? Okay.
no.
You know, I did see this house, and I would say that it needed a lot of work.
It did.
Hmm.
Well, you know that our kitchen has not been renovated.
Your kitchen hasn't been renovated, you know, and it still looks good, Hector, but it isn't up to market selling standard yet.
Okay.
Why am I saying that? Okay, how about this house?
Candlewood Way. No, I'm not familiar with this house. Is it far
Okay.
away from here?
You know what? It's across Sumney Town Pike,
Okay.
so it's probably less than half a mile. So Hector, how
Okay.
many bedrooms
Yeah, like ours, 3 bedrooms.
and how many baths?
They have 2.5 like ours.
Yes, and how many square feet?
Yeah, it's about similar to ours, 2,100.
Okay, very good. And Hector, have you seen this house?
No, I can't say that I've seen this house.
Right. You know what? I'm not sure that anyone had a chance. It sold so quickly.
It did, huh?
However, but do you know this development, Hector? It's very popular, Charlestown.
I've been there, but haven't been there in a while.
Okay, and it does have a small association fee.
Okay.
And Hector, look at this. Full finished basement.
Yeah, which ours is unfinished.
Yeah. And it does have a fireplace.
Yes.
Now, you do have a fireplace. You have the stove, the pellet stove in your large sunroom.
Correct.
And look at the kitchen. Kitchen is huge.
Huge, and
all the
bells and whistles included. Yeah, which we haven't done anything to our kitchen.
Right. And they also have a sunroom like yours. Yours is a 4-season sunroom, which is highly desirable.
Oh, thank you.
And look at this. What is
Ton
this?
of additional living space. Yeah, wow. Yeah, which ours is not finished yet.
It's not finished. And how about the roof?
The roof was replaced in 2016, and
Right.
and we haven't done anything with our roof in probably, I think our roof is like 15 years old.
That's right. So this is a pretty new roof and new HVAC system, heating and gas system. It's about 6 years old.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Hector, look at the price that they listed that home at.
375, and look at that, they sold it for 394.
Now, is that something that you like?
Well, yeah, because
Over asking?
yeah, definitely so.
Of course. And look at the days on market.
5 days.
5 days. Is that something that would work with your timetable?
That would be awesome.
Okay, excellent. And Hector, I'm going to show you one more house. 740 Weichel Road. Now, this house is just over on Keeler. You're off of Keeler. So I don't know, have you seen this house?
I've seen this house that it was on the market.
Mm-hmm. And so you know the
I drove
neighborhood.
by, yes.
Okay. And how many bedrooms, Hector?
4 bedrooms. Mine is
How many?
3.5, 3 and 2.5, yes.
Exactly. And look at the square footage.
2,100, which is similar to, which is pretty much the same that we have.
Very similar. And, you know, it's the same vintage. It's in the same decade that your home was built. Okay.
Correct.
And Hector, let's see what they have. So they have some new carpeting. They did update their kitchen, and they have, you know, you can see here, stainless steel appliances, cherry cabinets. You know, they've added some things, Hector. Cherry cabinets are not current market selling standards, but they look good. And they also rehabbed their hall bathroom.
Wow.
And they have an unfinished basement. So, you know, kind of similar to
Like
yours.
us, yes.
Yeah. However, you do have the master bathroom renovation, which,
Correct.
you know, is beautiful. Now, how about this, Hector? Look what price they are.
389, and they sold it for 391. Wow, awesome.
And then look at this. How much concessions did they have?
They gave
there?
him a $10,000 concession. Yeah, I can see
Okay.
that.
So that would bring the net to 381. Okay, so they actually net 381, and look how many days on market.
3 days. Oh,
3
that
days.
flew.
So Hector, I have a question for you.
Yes.
Just looking at these properties, what price do you think that we should use to create value in the eyes of a buyer and get someone to decide to buy your home versus the competition?
I tell you what, why don't you tell me what do you think that we should list it at? And I'll tell you whether if it's something that I want to do.
Well, Hector, based on these prices and the information that we have here, I'm going to recommend a price of $399.
Okay.
Will you, Hector, list your home with me for that price tonight?
Wow. I was thinking more like 440. You don't think that we can get 440 for the house?
Hector, I understand that you might want to list it high. And tell me how you came to that number, first of all.
Well, why not? That's what I feel like my house is worth. I mean, I know that we haven't done the kitchen, and I know that we haven't done the basement, but I was thinking, I noticed that the market was so hot and people are selling so crazy that, 3-4 days on the market. So, I mean, we can put it on, we can leave it on the market for, probably 5 days. It'll be gone, from 440 to 425, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Hector, I really appreciate that you want to list your home for 440. And, you're not the first person who wants to overprice their home. There are a lot of homeowners who feel like their home is worth more.
Is that so?
Right. They've worked hard on their home and they've raised their family there, as you have. And so it's not uncommon. This happens. So I have a question for you.
Okay.
How long do you want to wait if buyers don't show up to your property and offer the price of 440? When will you consider to adjust your price down?
Well, I was thinking maybe we can wait like a couple of weeks, 2-3 weeks, or maybe, and then, by then nothing happens and we can always adjust the price a little bit downward. I mean, do you think that in 2 or 3 weeks, people would just start coming in? And I know that it'll be a little bit slower than these ones that have sold for 3-4 days.
You know what, Hector, I appreciate that you want to list it at 440. However, it's not going to just take 2 or 3 weeks or even the 30 days that would be ideal for you to get your home sold. It actually could take a couple of months to 3 months. Now, would that
really?
fit in with your timetable?
No.
Okay.
No, we need to do something quicker than that.
You know what? I appreciate that. So let me ask you a quick question. At 440, how much time do you need for the buyers to tell you that that price is just not working?
Well, can you say that again?
Sure. How long do you need to see that the buyers are not interested in your property at 440 before you'll consider adjusting the price down to my suggested price, or the market suggested price of $399?
Wow. Okay, I tell you what. I can see what you want me to do at $399. I tell you what. When did you do something? Can you drop off let's leave the documents here. Let me think about it in a couple of days. I'll call you, and then we'll decide what we're gonna do. Does that work?
I really appreciate that, Hector. And this is a big decision, isn't it?
Yes, it's a huge decision.
It is a huge decision. And, getting you to having this home sold so that you have some peace of mind that you're not carrying 2 mortgages is really important to you, right?
Big time. Very important.
I understand that. And, I really want to help you with the process of selling your home, and I'm really excited about selling your home for you. So just so that my notes are complete and I can do a great job for you, would you mind if I just reviewed a few questions?
Sure.
Okay. Now, sometimes people say that they want to think it over because, first of all, when they look at all this information, they're not even sure that they want to sell the house. Now, you did tell me definitely that you want to sell your house and be done with that extra mortgage payment, correct?
Correct. Yeah, we got to
Okay.
sell the house. We've
Okay,
that
definitely.
yeah. So yes.
Excellent. So now we don't have to think about that, right?
No, no, no. That's pretty much done. Yeah, we've already decided that we're going to sell the house and we're going to move.
That's fantastic. So Hector, the second thing, and sometimes this happens, people are concerned about the price. Now I know that we talked, I showed you the comparables and we talked about pricing your home at $399. Now, are you comfortable with us listing your home at $399?
Well, we wanted more money. We hesitantly accept, but yeah, we definitely wanted more money, but I can see where you're coming from with all of these arrangements and all of these prices. So I can see that.
Great. And so we don't need to think about that, right, Hector?
No, no, that's pretty much, yeah, we're going to go ahead and accept the 399.
Okay. And Hector, the good news is, as you mentioned, this market is doing very well. And if we could get the asking price or actually even better, would that make your day?
Yeah, that would be phenomenal.
Great, great. Now, Hector, the third thing, and sometimes this happens, you may want to think about the agent that you're going to hire to take you through this process. Is that kind of what you want to think about?
Well, I mean, you come recommended, you call me all of a sudden. So, I think that we've seen your track record. So I think that we're okay with you. Yeah, I think that you can help. Yeah, I think you can definitely sell the house.
Hector, I really appreciate that. And based on the fact that you want to be sold within the next 30 days, 30 to 45 days, and based on the fact that you don't have to think about the price, and based on the fact that you're as confident as I am about getting your home sold, why don't we do this? Why don't we just get started right now? Go ahead and sign the contract and put me to work immediately.
Sounds good. I'll go ahead and sign the contract.
Awesome.
Great job. Great
Very good.
job.
Thank you.
Okay, so now stop sharing the screen so we can see you.
Oh, I should have done that sooner.
That's okay. Start your face. It says all the way at the top. You see that
Okay.
green button?
Hang on one second.
All the way at the. Do you see that there?
Mm-hmm.
Your real face fill it screen. Well, now I can see you. Okay.
Yeah, but you can't see. Okay, here we are.
You got to stop share.
Stop share. Here we are. Thank you, guys. I thank you.
It is.
Technical issues.
Okay. How do you feel, Faith?
It was fine. I think I was probably a little less energetic halfway through when it came to the comps, but it was okay. There's probably things I could have said, but I'd love to hear your critique.
I think that you did fairly well. I think that you did great. You handled the objections really, really well. I thought that you were, there was eye contact between you and I. The last time that you and I we role play, we were like in total different worlds. So you did great. You were energetic. You were confident, a lot more confident. There were some times that you were pretty wordy. Okay. Especially I think that when we were looking at the comps, I think kind of lost in it. So we were just like, I was trying to role play like a driver. So I was just like more.
Like short. Yeah,
short, quicker. So I think that area could have been a little bit quicker and simpler. But other than that, I thought that you handled your objections fairly well.
Okay.
What do you think, Bob?
Well, I heard a home run there. I mean, I heard that ball smack that, and I was ready for a beer and a hot dog.
Yeah.
I said, I'm just going to go through what I heard. I thought you were very precise and clear and to the point. If we couldn't agree on price, I mean, you were just like, you didn't get wordy on that. If we can't agree on price, it doesn't make any sense. You reminded me, you got to sell your house in 30 to 40 days. You kind of brought in that motivation. You were repeating, you were affirming. You need a professional, and that is why I'm here. I thought that was really, really great. I was writing notes. Great hand gestures. It shows that you were in it. I thought you were excited. Maybe You lost a little steam in the middle?
You know, I think, Bob, what happens is when I do the comps, I just sort of, you know, lose interest or something. I don't know what, it happens like that for me.
I don't know. You did the car example really, really well. And when you did the comps, you were asking questions. I mean, what did you ask during the comps that was really good? Here's one that I really, really love. Tell me how you came to that number. I thought that was
Yes.
it. It wasn't wordy. Tell me how you, how the hell did you figure, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I thought you did a fantastic job.
Okay. Thank you.
So, Prab, what do you think how she did?
Well, I think she did a very good job. She was, like Bob says, precise and asking some of the dialogues are really, really cool. And yeah, only thing is, I think just at the comparison, it was little prolonged. Other than that, I think it was really, really good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Marie, what do you think? The beast.
Lay it on me.
Sorry, babe. It
No,
wasn't.
that's okay.
It was not your best.
Okay. Oh, have I had a best?
Yeah, of course. We've known each other for so long now. I mean, we were like infants when we started this. So we've definitely come a long way, and we've all done, you know, up and down. So I was a little confused if we were doing this via Zoom or if we weren't, because you know.
Oh, I knocked at the door.
Yeah, you knocked at the door. So the eye contact wasn't there the whole time. So I wasn't sure, like, is this Zoom or is this not?
Sure.
I think the biggest thing I saw was, to me, I felt like you wanted to go A through Z through the whole presentation. I don't feel you closed enough.
Okay.
Your car analogy, I thought you felt so comfortable. Like you just almost let loose a little and was like just really comfortable with the car analogy.
Mm-hmm.
I almost stopped you from doing that fourth comp. When I'm looking at your days on market and that first comp came up and said 3 days, 4 days, you should have been closing. Don't you want your home sold in 4 days? Mm-hmm. Let's sign the contract.
Very good point.
The second one, and then it was incredibly lower than what Hector was asking. So I thought, oh, close again. And I felt like you just wanted to kind of get through the end of the presentation instead of really closing. So, and then I thought, especially when those comps were so close, 4 was too many. 3 I thought was good, but the fourth one, I don't know if you saw it on my face, but I was like, I almost stopped you. Like, don't do another one. Like you made your point. I mean, you were on the market less than 7 days. What else did I did like when you asked questions, like Bob had said, you asked a few good questions, but again, I always give feedback to everybody, bringing up the motivation some more. Would you like to be sold in 4 days? Are you ready to list your home now? How do you like it so far? When you said he had moved to the 55 community, how do you like it so far? The market is hot. It's a great time to sell. You could have closed right there again. So I think overall, I loved the car analogy, but not enough closing and not enough motivation.
Okay. So I think that's what I'm going to work on for my next presentation and maybe even overdo it. Because maybe I need to go that direction. I appreciate that.
So, yeah. And I think, Faith, you and I are similar in the fact that we're both very nice and we're not very salesy. So I think during these presentations, if we oversell, then when we're in real life, you know,
it'll be okay.
It'll be more closings than we're doing now.
Okay, that's my goal then for the next presentation that we do.
But notice that she said the car analogy, and that's because we had spent time just working on that segment. That's Bob, I got you, because you haven't worked on that project, on that piece yet. All of us have, but you have not. So why don't let's reconvene next Friday and let's work on that. Anne-Marie, then you're going to do but next week we're going to turn the lights off and we're going to work just on the car analogy and on ourselves, because I noticed that, you know, again, Faith, you did it because we have practiced
I feel more comfortable. Yeah.
And it's because of that drill.
Is there another thing that we can also do in addition to the car analogy next week, like 15 minutes on the car analogy or whatever, like split
Well,
it up?
the listing presentation is going to take, it takes usually a good 20, 30, 25 minutes, 20,
No, I
20
mean, is
minutes.
there another section of the script that we could also hone in on? Would
I
there
think
be
that
another?
let's
stick to the car
Bob
analogy.
hasn't done it, and there's 5 of us, and we need to really
Okay.
work on that one. And I noticed that last week, Bob, before you got in, that your car analogy was, you just basically blew over it because you hadn't practiced it like we have done this drill. So we will get, this is, guys, when you stop role playing, when you stop practicing, drilling, it shows immediately.
Yep.
Immediately. It's like, what's
Or we
his
get
name?
rusty.
Yes, you get rusty right away. It's this guy that has won the 7 gold medals, in the Olympics. He says 1 day out of the swimming pool, it takes 2 days to get back in. So
See
you
that?
get rusty right away.
Yeah.
So, okay, next Friday again. See you
All
there.
right.
All right.
Hey,
Excellent.
guys.
Great job. Great job.
All right. Thank you,
Okay, bye.
everybody.
All right.
Okay,
All right.
Bye.
Bye.
bye.